God says, "Listen closely, my beloved soul." This message arrives gently, not to judge you and not to ask you to change who you are. It arrives to bring understanding, not doubt. Love does not measure worth by appearance, and concern does not always mean criticism. Sometimes what feels like discomfort is actually worry, care, or uncertainty about how to express feelings honestly. You are more than what is seen on the surface. Your presence, your kindness, your patience, and your character carry weight that cannot be captured by looks alone. When someone who cares about you feels quiet concern, it is often not about how you appear, but about connection, about feeling close, understood, and aligned. Many people struggle to speak these things clearly, so they hold them inside instead. Stay here for a moment and let your breathing slow. This message is not asking you to change yourself to be accepted. It is reminding you to remain grounded in who you are. True connection grows when you feel secure in your own value. Security does not come from fixing yourself, it comes from understanding yourself with compassion. You may have sensed moments of distance or silence and wondered what it meant. Silence does not always mean disapproval. Often it means someone is unsure how to share their feelings without hurting you or themselves. That hesitation can look like concern, but beneath it is care that does not want to be misunderstood. As you remain with this message, notice how reassurance settles. You are allowed to feel comfortable in your own skin. You are allowed to trust that love sees beyond appearances. What truly matters is how you show up, with honesty, respect, and presence. These qualities build closeness far more deeply than outward impressions ever could. This is an invitation to clarity, not self-doubt. Clarity begins by listening calmly, without assuming the worst. When calm leads, understanding follows naturally. You do not need to defend yourself or question your worth. Your worth is already complete. Remain here. This message is unfolding gently, preparing your heart for deeper understanding, open communication, and peace within yourself. As this message continues, allow your heart to remain calm and open. Nothing here is asking you to doubt yourself or to feel insecure. This moment is about understanding how love and concern sometimes get tangled when words are not spoken clearly. People who care deeply often struggle to express what they feel, especially when they fear being misunderstood or causing hurt. What remains unspoken can sometimes feel heavier than what is said aloud. You may begin to realize that concern does not always come from judgment. Often, it comes from uncertainty. Uncertainty about how to communicate feelings with kindness. Uncertainty about whether honesty will bring closeness or distance. When someone loves you, they may hold back their thoughts not because they see something wrong with you, but because they value the connection too much to risk harming it. Stay present with this awareness. You are not being asked to change who you are to maintain love. Real love does not ask for perfection. It asks for presence, honesty, and mutual understanding. The most meaningful connections are built when both people feel safe to be themselves, without fear of being evaluated or compared. As you remain here, notice how your sense of self feels steadier. Steadiness allows you to listen without becoming defensive. When you feel secure within yourself, conversations become easier and more open. Openness invites clarity. Clarity dissolves assumptions. Assumptions often create distance, but understanding brings people closer. You may have moments where you reflect on how communication has unfolded in your relationships. Silence, hesitation, or awkwardness do not automatically mean disapproval. They often mean someone is still finding the right words. Patience creates space for those words to emerge naturally. Patience does not weaken connection, it strengthens it. There is reassurance here that your value is not determined by appearance. Your value lives in how you care, how you listen, and how you remain present. These qualities are felt long after first impressions fade. When someone loves you, what they truly connect with is your essence, not a surface detail. As this understanding deepens, you may feel encouraged to approach communication gently, without assumption. Gentle communication does not push for answers, it invites honesty. Honesty shared in a safe space builds trust. Trust transforms concern into understanding and misunderstanding into connection. Remain here with this calm confidence. You do not need to question yourself or fix anything. You are being guided to remain grounded, open, and compassionate, toward yourself and toward those who care about you. This message continues softly, preparing your heart for deeper self-acceptance, clearer communication, and peace within your connections. As this message continues, something subtle but powerful begins to happen within you. A sense of self-acceptance starts to rise, not as an idea, but as a feeling. You begin to understand that how you see yourself shapes how you experience every connection. When you are gentle with yourself, the world around you responds with the same gentleness. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. You may notice now that the concern you sensed from someone else no longer feels heavy or personal. It feels clearer. Concern does not always mean dissatisfaction. Often, it means someone is processing their own thoughts, their own expectations, or their own insecurities. When people care, they sometimes project uncertainty outward instead of addressing it inward. That projection is not your responsibility to carry. Remain present with this truth: you are not required to become anything else to be worthy of love. Love grows best in honesty and safety. Safety begins when you accept yourself without conditions. When you stop questioning your worth, conversations become calmer, intentions become clear. Clarity allows you to show up authentically without needing approval. Authentic presence invites deeper connection than perfection ever could. When you are at ease with yourself, others feel more at ease with you too. You may find that your perspective on communication is shifting. Instead of wondering what is wrong, you begin to wonder what is being felt. This shift matters. Curiosity opens doors that assumption keeps closed. Listening without fear allows honesty to surface naturally. When honesty is shared with respect, connection deepens rather than weakens. As you stay with this message, notice how your inner voice softens. The way you speak to yourself sets the tone for how you interpret others. A kind inner voice creates resilience. Resilience allows you to face uncertainty without losing balance. Balance helps you remain open instead of guarded. There is also reassurance here that love does not thrive on appearance alone. It thrives on presence, empathy, and shared understanding. These qualities grow over time. They are built through patience, conversation, and mutual respect. When these qualities are present, surface concerns fade into the background. You are being guided toward emotional maturity, where you no longer personalize what does not belong to you. Emotional maturity allows you to differentiate between someone else's internal process and your own value. This awareness protects your peace and strengthens your confidence. Stay with this calm assurance. You are enough as you are. You are learning to trust that truth more deeply now. This trust will guide how you connect, how you communicate, and how you honor yourself within relationships. This message is still unfolding gently. What comes next will bring closure, peace, and a sense of quiet empowerment that stays with you beyond this moment. As this message gently reaches its completion, allow the calm you've been building to settle fully within you. Nothing here is asking you to change yourself or to doubt what you bring into the world. This moment is about wholeness, about recognizing that you are already complete, already worthy, and already deserving of understanding and care. When you stand in that truth, everything else becomes clearer. You may notice now that what once felt confusing no longer holds the same weight. Confusion often fades when compassion takes its place. Compassion for yourself softens assumptions. Compassion for others opens room for honest conversation. This balance is powerful. It protects your peace while keeping your heart open. You are learning how to hold both at once. Carry this understanding forward. Love that lasts does not measure value by appearance. It recognizes presence, sincerity, and emotional safety. These qualities grow when you trust yourself and speak with clarity. When you are grounded in self-respect, communication becomes gentle and direct. Gentle honesty builds bridges instead of walls. There is reassurance here that you do not need to interpret silence as judgment. Silence is often a pause, a space where someone is sorting their thoughts with care. Giving space without self-doubt allows clarity to emerge naturally. You are allowed to wait calmly without questioning your worth. As you move forward, let your inner voice remain kind and steady. The way you speak to yourself shapes how you experience connection. Kindness inward creates resilience outward. Resilience keeps you open without being shaken. This steadiness is something you can return to whenever uncertainty appears. You may feel a quiet gratitude now, for growth you didn't notice while it was happening, for lessons that refined your understanding, and for the peace that feels more accessible than before. Gratitude anchors you in the present. It helps you receive connection without fear and offer it without expectation. If this message resonated with your soul, take a gentle moment to like this video so this comforting energy can reach more hearts. If you feel guided, share it with someone who may need reassurance today. For daily spiritual messages that bring calm, clarity, and emotional grounding, subscribe and stay connected. And if you believe and receive this message, softly comment Amen as a sign of faith and gratitude. Carry this calm confidence with you. Trust your pace. Honor your value. You are enough as you are, and the connections that truly matter will recognize you by the peace you carry and the authenticity you live.